Happy Wednesday morning, guys. I'm heading out with Joe today to run some errands in the morning. We're gonna go down to Panorama City to my Aunt Lita again because I forgot to take something for her when I went there the other day, and I don't want to have to mail it. Plus, Joe says if we go, we can use the opportunity to get a few things done down there and visit Mom. Thank you guys so much, Sandra and Marie and Sam. To this point, you guys are the ones that have answered my question that I posed at the vlog, and I'm gonna give you guys I'm gonna give you guys a verbal response, but not when I'm riding on the freeway because it's too noisy. So when I stop somewhere, when I get back, I'm gonna tell you guys my thoughts on what I think is going on, and I am taking your suggestions to heart, and I will make a decision and make a move later today. But I want to give you guys my my reflections on what I think is going on, okay? And this is why Joe brought me, guys. This is why he brought me. See? He said he wanted my company because he couldn't bring a blow-up doll to have him beat all this traffic right here. See? Because we're in the diamond lane and the traffic is crazy over there. I feel used, Joe. I feel used.
That's very good. I gotta use somebody.
I was not brought along for the company, the intelligent conversation. Say it again, Joe. You gotta get from behind this fool because what?
You're driving 60 to 65 miles an hour fast. In the pool lane.
So what's the speed limit? What's the speed limit supposed to be?
70.
You sure it's 70 on this freeway?
70 for me.
Joe says it should be 70 for him, and this fool is going 60 to 65 in the diamond lane. And he goes, I'm gonna have to get out from behind this fool. It's been quite an adventurous morning for Joe and me. Because Joe tends to get behind idiots, and then he tends to like do this. He muscles his way behind them. Like, move, move. Maybe he's me. Maybe he can't drive like me. Alright guys, so I'm leaving my Aunt Lita's. I dropped off the documents she needed. And I didn't vlog when I was in there because everybody was just barely kind of getting up, and I don't want to do that to people. I want people to be at their best when they're on my vlogs. But this is their home in Panorama City. They just bought this home last year, like October, November. Pretty cool, huh? Joe, what's this window right here? Is that the room that we were in? Mm-hmm. Okay. So now we're about 30 minutes away from Mom, and we're gonna stop in at Mom's. Mom has a lot of these things, like these ponchos and a lot of beautiful things that she crocheted, and she never sells them. She'll give them away, but she never sells them. So I told her to give them to me, and I'll snap beautiful photos and I'll put them up for sale at Close 5 or OfferUp or Wallapop or whatever app that I have on my phone to sell things through. I'm not gonna put it at Craigslist because Craigslist is like old news now. But I can, Joe, this is a school zone. Mm-hmm. This is a school zone. I just realized that. There was a school over there.
Yeah, no school there, huh?
I know, but I just saw the big sign. Yeah, so that's why I want, let me make sure I have my sunglasses and set it down somewhere there. Okay. That's what I want to do for Mom, so she can make some money on the side. You know, she does really, really great work. So I'm gonna stop there, pick all that stuff up, and then bail and go home, get my lunch, and then go to work. It's still early right now too anyways. Whew. Look what my mom gave me, guys. This cake thingy and all this crocheted stuff I'm gonna put up for sale for her. Why do all this work and not get some money, right? So my sister's not home, and nobody wants to get seen on camera this early. This is where my sister lives, right next door. This is my mom's house with the old roof, my sister's house with the newer roof. I'm gonna tell Daddy. I'm gonna tell. You know, you don't want to do illegal things with me because I rat people out. Sometimes he'll go and steal my sister's tangerines and her kumquats and her lemons. See? She's got all that fantastic stuff right there. Joe will steal it. And my dad, if you guys know anything about my dad, he counts his fruits. That's on his tree.
Hey, let's see if you
Especially his avocados and his mangoes. He counts them. He goes there and he talks to them when they're getting ripe. I swear, Joe, you're in big trouble. You guys, Joe is in deep doo-doo because he stole those 4, is it oranges? 4 oranges. So,
I left a mailbox open for.
This time, you want to take care of it? It's 11:30.
It's a big park right now.
Let me close Mommy's mailbox for her, guys. I forgot to tell you guys, this is what Marcy said. She said when she was in Chicago getting treated, she did 4 cycles of chemo. And how the cycles worked was like this. She would go Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for chemo. And then Friday she would get a shot. And the shot is something that they inject into her skin, in her abdomen area. And it would transmit some type of medication or vitamin or something to her for 2 days. Then it would beep, and then she would remove it. And then she would take 2 weeks off and then go back again for that cycle. So they told her here in California that she needs 2 more cycles. So she's assuming that that's how it's gonna go, and she's gonna start this coming Tuesday, by the way. She says she feels really sick when they give her the shot. So I don't really know what that shot is. She said that they told her the lymphoma has shrunken quite a bit. And so she's very excited about that, okay? So I'll keep you guys up to date on that. As soon as she tells me more, I'll keep you guys up to date. But she was very happy and optimistic when I told her that I had people all over the world and all over the United States praying for her. She was very excited to hear that, because she does believe in the power of prayers, okay? So we're heading back home from Mom. We're on the freeway right now. This is the 210 freeway. All right, guys, so I'm hiding out inside my bathroom because there's good lighting coming in through this window. And I just wanted to thank Sam, Sandra, and Marie. You guys are the 3 so far. This is the middle of the day, Wednesday. You guys are the 3 people so far that have responded to my question about the thing at the church. I wanted to just give a little bit of background about, you know, who's doing what. So there's this person at the church. I'm not going to say if it's a man or a woman because, you know, like I said, some people watch and some people are really nice and I don't want them to be offended. Well, there's this person at the church that is very vital in making things run at the church. They do a lot. I mean, there's no taking away from them what they do. So I think the reason why the pastor asked me to step in and do the commercials or the advertisement is because the pastor wanted to take some of the load off of this person, because this is something like frivolous. You have other important things to do. So now for the different auxiliaries or ministries or departments in the church, the head of that certain department are the ones that come in and do the advertisements for that department. And I say advertisements, it's announcements. They're talking about what's coming up and come join our auxiliary, yada yada. So the excess stuff that doesn't belong to a set auxiliary, that's what they needed somebody to come in and do. So there's always been someone that's been doing it. It's that person, you know, the one that runs everything. And so when the pastor came and asked me, or the wife came and asked me, I don't think they ran it by that person. And I think maybe there was a little bit of hurt feelings. But I am so nice when I get there, and I'm so professional and I get in bada bing, bada boom, that I think that person like really appreciated that I was coming in and doing it. But something happened when I refused to do the social media thing. Remember, they had invited me to do the social media thing, and I was polite. I was like, I can't do it. It's gonna send me crazy if I have to be locked in this room to do this. And I spoke up right away, and I think something happened where it's like, well, we don't need you. And I think that same person is the one that's reading all the announcements. Okay. And so, you know, it's not a matter of like they snuck somebody in behind my back. It's the same person that's been doing the announcements that's doing them again. And I think, like I said, they try to alleviate the strain off of that person. But there's some kind of something, feelings hurt or control issue. There's something going on, and I'm caught in the middle. I played the message from the young lady who does the recording, and they always let her do the phone calls. and it just said, you don't need to come. We're just going to use whatever advertisements or announcements we have right now, so you don't need to come this week. But I just get the feeling in the back of her, she's trying to like tell me, well, you don't need to come ever. But she doesn't have the authority to tell me that. It's only this one person. So I don't want to do things by phone, because there's always a tone or an inflection on their behalf towards me that I'm hearing. So I'm going to do it in person. I've taken your comments to heart. I would not ask you for your opinion if I wasn't going to value your opinion. Okay, Sam, so you don't have to apologize and say, this is just my opinion. I value you guys' opinions. You guys have been friends to me through this vlogging. You guys know that I don't make any money at this vlog. I make $8 a month times 12 months, less than $100 a year. So I'm doing the vlog not for money, but because I'm developing friendships with you guys, and you guys help me get through my day. And sometimes my life kind of sucks. It really does, especially when we don't have any work at the shop. And then we have to live off of our savings, and then you see it dwindle away, and then it's like, oh my God, are we going to get work? And so sometimes this is an escape for me. So thank you so much. I value your opinion. Marie, thank you. I am so sad to hear that you lost your mom at age 7. That is so sad. And you're such a beautiful lady throughout it all. And Nevaeh, like you said, is never going to know her mom. And I think we're going to be the ones that have to influence her and let her know how much her mom wanted her and loved her, because nobody in that family is telling her, you know, that she was loved and wanted. And Sandra, oh my God. Thank you, Sandra, for commenting, because it really helps. And you kind of said more or less what Sam said. So I just wanted to let you guys know, it's not that they snuck somebody in behind my back. It's that this person doesn't want to let go of this job. And I don't know why. I don't know why. And so, and this person has their time when they treat me really, really cold, not awful, but cold. And then there are other times when that person will jump up and hug me and go, oh, hi, so glad to see you. So I don't know how to read them. It's so complicated for me. I'm not used to all this palabra in church. I'm telling you the truth. The churches that I used to go to, the Episcopal or the Anglican church, you have a job, you do it, you sit down and you move on. You don't have to compete with people and cut each other's throats and all this bull. So I'm going to go eat my lunch and go to work to do that one box. The same customer's ordering some more stuff, so that's pretty cool. And I have a large order coming next week from my customer. I did not expect this order till the ending of March, or maybe even the ending of April. And here it is, it's coming. He's increased his order from 100,000 to 150,000 pieces. So yes, we're gonna have money soon, and we're gonna have a lot of work, of course, but I'm glad to be getting it out the way so that if I get that phone call to go to the jazz festival, I can go. I still haven't heard from the guy Sal that called me last week, but it's been a week, and like my mom says, they have to go back to their committee meetings and yada yada. So we'll see. I'm still hopeful that I'm gonna go though, okay? So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. It's Thursday morning and I'm ready for work. I think it's January 29th. You know what I just realized? Next week Friday, not tomorrow, but next week Friday is my date with Joe to go see Sherry Shepherd. Remember I told you guys I was talking to her on Periscope and she asked me to send her my information and yada yada. Well, the show is next Friday in Pasadena at the Pasadena Ice House. I'm very excited for this. And I've already told Joe, please don't go there being cheap, because that's why I don't like to go on these comedy dates with Joe, because there's a 2-drink minimum. We don't drink alcohol, so they allow you to buy food. Like you can get nachos and a Coke or something, and that would be a 2-drink minimum. I don't eat late at night, so Joe has to end up eating my meal and his meal. It's kind of torturous for us. It really is. Is that a word, torturous? I made it up. Anyways, I told him, don't be cheap. You know, we'll get like 2 Cokes or something. Anyway, 2 Cokes each. And he's not cheap like with leaving a tip. He just doesn't want to have to be forced to buying the foods because he already paid for the tickets. And I'm like, well, that's their rule. It says it right there when you're buying the tickets that it's going to be a 2-drink minimum. So, and plus, when I go to comedy shows with Joe, fixing my clothes, I have to go to work. Because of his hearing impairment and he's without hearing aids right now, pretty much he misses a lot of it. He really does. I wish I could do like a fundraiser or something to get him some hearing aids, because they're like $2 grand for like the best ones from Costco. And by the way, if you're in America and you're in the market for hearing aids, don't go to those places like Miracle Ear and stuff like that, because they'll tell you they have the best, you know, over whatever Costco has. But honestly, all hearing aids are made on this one street in Tijuana, Mexico. All the labs are right there, and they make them all the same. Okay? So if you want a good price, good quality, you know, not cheap price, but reasonably priced hearing aids, go to Costco, if you have a Costco membership, of course. Anyways, Terry, I know I wrote to you already and you answered back, but I just wanted to verbalize what I was thinking. The reason that I didn't go and end the situation or be the bigger person to end the situation is because I thought by doing that I'd be the smaller person, because the pastor and his wife asked me to do this. And I know when I go in and I say I don't want to do this anymore, it's not to the pastor and his wife that I'm supposed to take this trouble. It's to the person that's in office that I spoke about yesterday on the vlog. And that person no doubt will go to the pastor and say, well, she quit. She doesn't want to do it anymore. She couldn't hang with it. And I didn't want to give that impression because I like doing the job. I really and truly do. It's challenging to me, and I like when I get in there and I can get it right. And I like when I hear it played over the loudspeaker or over the, what do you call the thing? I can't think so early in the morning. It's a screen, comes up on the screen or whatever. And it's just like pictures, slides going by, and then you hear my voice. And then I like when Joe doesn't know that it's me. You know, some of the times he doesn't know that it's me. And I'm going to be sad to let this position go. But you guys are right. You know, they are not treating me right. They have not set up any kind of plan for me to be able to call them if I can't show up for whatever reason, if I'm sick or if I have too much work at the shop. And you know, I told you guys before, when you call them, you know, you get a lot of attitude. And also, when I go to do this, a lot of the times it involves Joshua having to take my place at the shop. Sometimes Joe has to shut down the machines because we need 3 people on the one job and I'm missing. Sometimes there's things going on at the house where one of the other kids have to become involved with the thing going on at the house because Joshua's not here to deal with whatever's going on, you know. And so it does take my whole family sometimes to allow me to go do this. And I don't think they realize the sacrifice that it takes for me to do this. And they're a wee bit ungrateful. And like I always say, ungratefulness leads to less and gratefulness leads to more. You know, if you're grateful when somebody does something for you or gives you something, then they're more likely to give again or to do again for you. But if you're ungrateful, then people walk away. So I don't know who else have commented today. I haven't turned on the computer yet today, Thursday. But Terry, you commented yesterday, and you're always so eloquent with your words, and it kind of goes in line with what everybody else was saying and with exactly what Joe was saying. So now I have the elder in the church, the one that prays with us. He's such a sweetie, and he's gonna counsel with me this evening on how to deal with this, because he knows that when, like you said, Terry, maybe it's time to get another church. He knows that we walked away for 5 years before, and it really pained his heart that we did. And when we came back to the church, or when we went back to the church, he asked, you know, can I ask why you guys walked away? We told him everything. And I don't think he's in the pastor's pocket where he can go talk to the pastor about these type of things, but at least he acknowledged our hurt and our pain, and he's been there for us. So he's all like, don't make a decision yet. Let me find out what's going on. You talk to me, tell me what's going on, and then I'll advise you as to what to do. Because I already told him, I asked my people at my vlog, because these people are dear friends, and I spoke with my husband, and a lot of the times, like for instance, I'll give you an example. Back in the 1980s, when Joe and I were first married, the Prime Minister of Belize came, and it was the Prime Minister that belonged to the party we belonged to. So it was an exciting thing. It was just the first Prime Minister that ever won from our party, because Belize had one Prime Minister for like 33 years, and he was a scumbag. But anyways, this Prime Minister came. We belong to the Concerned Belizean Association, so we got invited to a lot of the things. And for every function that he did for 4 or 5 days in his blitz attack, I was the one that sang both anthems, the American anthem and the Belizean anthem, for the opening of everything that he did. And it was such an honor. I mean, we were in tight with the Secret Service. They had to put a pin on me to tell me that I'm clear to go. You know, I was vetted. It was a big thing. And Tracy even started dating. My sister even started dating a Secret Service guy out of this whole thing. Anyways, that's history. So there came the Saturday night when they had the gala dance. And they wanted me to come sing the anthems for that dance too. And they didn't want to pay my way in. They didn't want to sponsor my way into the dance. And it was like $35. But we would have to drive a distance to go and whatever. And Joe's like, no, I'm sorry, but you have to know your worth. They could at least pay for you to go in. They don't have to pay for me to go in, which meaning Joe, but they can at least pay for you to go in. And so I didn't want to go rock the boat or anything, so I didn't ask her whatever. And I told my sister, and she's like, what the hell? I'll come pick you up. I'll pay for you to go. And tell Jojo, shut up, let's go. This is the big thing, blah, blah, blah. Plus, of course, she was, you know, eyeing that one guy. And so, or the guy was eyeing her. And it was a big thing with my family because they figured Joe controlled me and he ruled me. And they didn't see the principle he was standing on. And at the beginning, I didn't see it either. But as the dance went on and the next day came and I was supposed to go sing for that function again, that's when he says, they're using you. And you don't want to be used like that. You've got a gift that you're giving, but they should also be able to accommodate you with sponsorships. And that leads me to the thing with the Jazz Fest. I have not heard from the guy, Sal. At the 1 week mark, which was Tuesday, I called the number that he called me from and found out that it led me to his job. I don't know if it's his company or he just works there, but you're supposed to press like 1, press 2 and to get him. And I got him and I left a message, very simple, because I don't know if he can take personal calls at his job. And so I just said, Sal, this is Barbara at the Bear Pantry Show. It's been a week since we last spoke. And I wondered if there were any updates that I was missing pertaining to the sponsorship deal. I didn't want to like leave too much information. I said, you can call me back at this number. And I left my cell phone. He has it anyways, at your earliest convenience, and have a blessed day. And that's all I said. And I haven't heard from him. And Joe says, do not call back. You know, you wait for them to call you back after this, because I figured I would wait a week and call, because if there was an email or a text message or something that went missing and he thought I got it, he at least knows now that I didn't get anything. So that's all I can do is stand and wait. I still don't regret sharing it with you guys, because I hate vloggers that are behind the scenes doing things and then they share it at the end. And it's like, okay, well, we wanted to be a part of the process. So you guys are a part of the process with me. If I get to go, you're going to be elated with me. If I don't get to go, you're going to be sad with me. Okay? So anyways, I got to go to work, guys. I'll catch you guys when I'm down there. Finally heading out to work. What are you doing? What you doing? What are you watching? Where to watch? Lock the door, babe. Lock the door behind me. I convinced Jada to cook dinner for us. She's gonna do like a baked chicken and something with potatoes. What? I don't know, and I don't really care. I told her, just so long as you don't start cooking at 5 o'clock in the evening, because I might be coming home early if these bottles don't come today. I don't want to eat early and go to the gym. So I've got her convinced. Barbara, I heard back from the Jazz Fest last night, and after asking to help them, I don't know what that means, find someone to do cooking demonstrations, they have decided to go another where are we at? Direction. I can't read through the camera on the thing too. Apparently they found a Garifuna person, that's just another Belize person of different ethnic background than I am, here in New Orleans to do the demonstration. So sorry it didn't work out. Good luck with your show. I know it's blurry, guys, but I'm reading it to you. Choli will be disappointed, that's my godmother, as she had already called to offer to help with your visit and was looking forward to seeing you. And then he puts his name and I'm hiding his number. Unfortunately, guys, this is how my people operate, okay? That guy would have never called me back. As a matter of fact, he didn't call me back. He did the easy route and he sent me an email, but it's okay. I've had enough rejection letters in my life that I learned how to accept them. To tell you the truth, as much as I'm disappointed that I'm not going, I really wanted to go for the adventure of it. I know how these shows go because, you know, my customers do a lot of trade shows and stuff, and we attend all of them to support our customers. And they look tired and haggard when they're out there, and you really have to stay at that booth and be on with your personality. So I would have loved to go. Not going to take away from that. I would have loved to go for the adventure of it all and for the exposure. But it was really troubling me that I would have to go on a plane. I haven't been on a plane since I've had the vertigo. And then what if I get there and I'm down? Because sometimes when I fly, I'm down for like 2 days with dizzy spells and vertigo. You know, in the past, even before I had the vertigo attack. So I was kind of worried about that. I was worried about quite a bit. And maybe worried is a strong word, but I was thinking through quite a bit. All right, guys, so I'm out here with Joe while he packs this one box that I was supposed to pack. Well, it's been a good hour since I got my Dear John letter. That's what I'm calling it. My rejection letter. And he sent it this morning. And he said he heard from the festival last night. How convenient. I called Tuesday, right? So it seems like my family is more upset than I am. I guess I'm not upset because I know how my people are.
They don't want to come
my Belize people, huh?
They want to keep the money for themselves.
Yeah, they want to keep the honorarium.
Yep.
Yeah, I know how my people are. I think that honorarium was supposed to cover expenses, and if they pay all the expense for 10 days in a hotel for me and the airfare, they would have eaten up that honorarium, and like Joe says, they probably want to keep some of it. But my mom was like upset. Not like disappointed upset, like pissed off upset, because she says, and he writes you a stupid email like that. He doesn't even say dear Barbara, it's Barbara, blah blah blah. And he goes into a rambling on the first sentence. I don't even know what it means, because it seems like he was trying to find a festival, somebody to demonstrate the food, when I think it was the reverse. The festival told them to find somebody and then they would sponsor the person. It's how late do you think it is right now? 3 o'clock? Oh, he has a watch. It's 2:30 on Thursday afternoon. I'm already past the disappointment for the festival, for being unconfirmed for the festival, and a lot of it is due to the fact that I have such good friends and family. Everybody, my friend Leah, my children, Joe, well, it goes without saying Joe was the first one. I called Helen. Helen was like, bless you, Joe. Helen was just like, you know what? That man's on my list. Fill in the blank. And that just made me laugh. And then, of course, my kids are like, what? That's a bunch of bull. The way he called and begged you, Mom, you know there was something with money that went down that he's pocketing, blah, blah, blah. So I still haven't called my godmother yet, but I will. Just to let her vent too. She probably needs to vent. But I'm good, guys. I'm good. I'm starting to feel relief now. I went through disappointment. I was never devastated, but I went through feeling disappointment, and then I was overwhelmed with a lot of things that has been going on today, and I still have to deal with that foolishness with, you know, putting in my resignation at the church. But just the people who just were irate and outraged blessed me. And I'm sure those of you that watch my vlogs that I don't have your phone number, you're seeing it now, and you're probably going through the same emotions that my loved ones went through. And I love you guys for it, okay? Look at this beautiful lady right here. She was my right hand man when I got together with Joe. These little hats, years ago, right before she died. And I just moved them off of this wall last night and put them there, and I was kind of shaking out the dust and go, oh, Miss Erica, I miss you so much. And then I woke up today and I found this picture on my Facebook, and her son was sharing it because today would have been her birthday, January the 28th. What was sad about her passing was that she had just had a conversation with me like 2 nights prior, and she was like, Babs, I would be so devastated if I were to like pass alone, because all her kids had moved away. And I definitely would not want to be kept on any kind of life support. And she had a stroke in the back of a taxi cab going home from work, because she used to work like all week and go home on the weekends. And she was in the hospital for like a month on life support. And then they pulled the plug, which I'm glad that they did. And I remember I had to sing for her funeral. I did Precious Lord and something else. That was a bad time for me. But I miss her tremendously. I mean, people can have a profound impact on your life, don't you think? Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Please check out my other channels right here to the right of your screen, the cooking channel, the product review channel, and Joe's channel. The links are in the description box.